My client just got her first Etsy sale selling 3D printed home decor. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how we did it week by week and how you can get your first 3D print sale even if you've never sold anything online before. So this is a nice winner post that my client made, and this is in our free school community. So just over here, first sale 1 day ago. And she just kind of walked through kind of like how she kind of felt with getting her first sale. You know, she had never had any experience selling before, and she managed to get her first sale. So she said, you know, I'm one of Michael's clients, recently got my first sale. Been working with Michael, I was very nervous and unsure about how to go about selling things I designed, made, and indeed what to make, design, and sell. You know, so kind of explains a bit further about how, you know, I helped her out, the structure, the way I present the program, easy to understand, and, you know, all that good stuff. So yeah, and I've also made my own post as well, just kind of explaining the process and, you know, kind of what she went through, which I'll explain in this video. All right. So pretty much where she started is she used to only use her 3D printer for kind of like friends and family, but she wasn't making any sales, right? And, you know, she didn't have any niche, no product direction. That's one of the biggest things that people struggle with, is not having a niche, not knowing what products to actually sell. And that's one of the things that I helped her with. You know, she had zero selling experience on Etsy, so had never made a sale, but she did manage to finally get this first sale, right? And she even lacked confidence in her design ability. That's one of the things that she kind of mentioned. I've never actually made a design either. And I said, that's no problem. We can definitely get you up to date on that, right? And another key thing, she was kind of overwhelmed and afraid of choosing wrong. You know, she doesn't want to choose a product that is not actually going to make any sales. So that's kind of what I helped her with in terms of like just the mentality and the mindset. So here's some of the steps that we took, basically from idea to execution, right? So in the first week, literally, you know, just a few days in, we pretty much picked the home decor niche, and I narrowed down some other niches for her based on her interests, her hobbies and passions. And we kind of focus on demand rather than just, you know, interest. You know, we want to look for demand, we want to look at competition. So we looked into, you know, the home decor niche for a specific item, and we looked at how many other people were in the market and what kind of search volume was kind of there for the product, right? So she kind of just jumped in. You know, she designed and printed her first product literally within days, and was already emailing me pictures about, you know, the design she made. They're looking really good, and I was pretty impressed. Like, I was surprised that she put a nice effort in to design these products. So week 2, you know, we set up an Etsy store, and we basically validated designs in Facebook groups, and one post blew up like crazy. I was pretty surprised how much activity I had so quickly. So here's the post. So I'm gonna kind of blur out the item itself, but pretty much I just had this caption, yay or nay, and we ended up getting, you know, 51 engagements and 100 comments, and this, as you can see, is just about an hour, right? So that's literally just a very simple post. It took me what, like 20 seconds to make, right? Obviously I made sure to do the before and after, because that's a lot easier for people to engage with, right? So after that, that's obviously idea validated, and then we went and actually created the listings itself, and, you know, we improved the photos, kind of went through a process. I said, oh, change this, change that. I was walking it through. I even gave it a title to use, the tags to use in Etsy, and the whole description. Also helped her with the setting up of our store, like the policies and the settings and the delivery profile, all that kind of stuff, right? So we finally, you know, enabled shipping and started getting views, and she got her first favorite, which was a nice milestone as well. And then basically past that, you know, weeks 5 through 8, we just pushed through the slower phase. We continued listing more kind of products that she designed. We used the DPC framework, which is demand, profit, margin, and competition, just to basically validate, is this a good opportunity or not? And then we turned on Etsy ads. So these are the steps that we took, you know, from idea to execution. Now, in terms of the outcome, this is where momentum kicks in. You know, day 57 is where we got the first sale. This is after turning on ads, you know, so let me quickly show you these sales stats. So first of all, we got this. You can see the views. I think it's the last 7 days. You can see the favorites were starting to come in, and favorites are a good sign that you're eventually going to make some sales. Not all the time, but that's like usually what comes beforehand, right? And then obviously we got this sale. This was the very first sale that she made, and the next day we got 2 more sales, and this was from one order. So one order, 2 sales, which is a great result. And that was in the UK, which is where she's based, and I am too. So here are the Etsy kind of listing stats. So you can see, she was doing a great job on actually listing. So 43 days ago is when she made the first listing, and then you can see 35 days, so about a week later, and then a few days after that she made some more listings. So yeah, she's been really good with like actually creating the listings itself. So that's pretty much, you want to be taking action on that. And then yeah, pretty much day 53 she turned on ads, and the sale actually came on day 57. So if the ads were turned on earlier, I think she would have got her first sale a lot quicker than that time frame. And yeah, as I said, next day 2 more sales. So it's just trickling in like very quick result after the initial period, right? Views up 207% week on week, favorites doubled, and she's now very confident on doing products research independently, and obviously she still has my help anytime she needs to, right? So the conclusion of what actually matters. So the important thing is to validate demand before committing to designs. Don't just go in, having an idea and just start designing. Like, you want to make sure it's validated. You want to know the search volume, which is the demand, and the competition and the profit, right? Competition is very important because you want to know how many other people are there, and do you have a specific angle that makes your listing better than other people's. And next up is speed over perfection. This is just an instant classic. Everyone knows speed is better than perfection, because perfection is impossible. You can never get it perfect, but speed means action, right? So you want to get your listings live fast. And the gap between a first favorite and the first sale is the danger zone. And what that means is a lot of people quit, once they put up a listing, they don't see results really quickly, and they kind of get disheartened. But it's working in the background. You've done your validation. You've shown that there's demand for your product through, the Facebook posting and looking at the keyword monthly search volume, right? So you just want to kind of stick with it. You don't want to give up. Like, even me, it took me a while to get my first sale on Etsy. Like, I had my store for over a year, and I ended up making a sale after like a year. I was putting up random listings, didn't really know what I was doing, listing random things from Thingiverse and not making any sales. But I finally kind of locked in and, basically put the strategy forward and had something where I actually knew what I was doing in terms of getting things that people actually desired, rather than just cool things I thought people might want to buy, right? Yeah, most people do quit there, but she didn't. Obviously, she had my guidance to help her with that, and just to get like a clear understanding of the expectations of how things will go. Because when you don't have an understanding of like how things will go, then you're more likely to quit because you're just kind of like disheartened because you didn't make any sales, right? And as we all know, the first sale is the hardest, and momentum builds after that. Yeah, because you literally have to get a formula right, and you don't know what formula it is. But if you have somebody, who has experience with 3D printing and making sales, then you can pretty much shortcut that first sale. Because it took me like over a year to make my first sale on Etsy, and it took her 57 days. So that's a big time saving for sure. A lot of people don't even make it past that hurdle, but I just kept on going and luckily made my first sale, and now I can help other people make their first sales. So if this sounds like something that you might be kind of interested in, making your first sale finally, whether it's on Etsy, even in person, or a 3D printing service, I'm somebody that can help. Definitely join the school community, because we have a bunch of like-minded people who are all trying to make some sales on 3D prints. And pretty much I do also work one-to-one with some clients as well, just kind of a select few. If we kind of match together and we're a good fit, then we can work together. So yeah, definitely join the community. Link will be in the description, and looking forward to seeing you there. Peace.